assessment is very important because so many people out there ask me about if you're interested in music, of course you can learn music, but what is there after that? You know, is it like a hobby or what can you do with it? So my answer, you know, I've been told by ZMW Music School, you can do so much more with your talent, with your learning, with your education in music. How? By getting certification. And then certification, you can do so much, you know, there are so many certification bodies out there. But ZMW Music School is in tie with Trinity College of London, Trinity College of Music, London. So we've been sending our students to exams to get international certification, international recognition by a prestigious music school in London. So this is a time I think all of you have been waiting so that you know more information from the horse's mouth. So please welcome Mr. Ujin Lim to share with us about Trinity, about him, and then about music, about many things. Hi, Mr. Ujin.
Hello, Doctor. How are you? Good afternoon.
How are you?
Good to see everybody.
Yes, everyone is waiting for you. Macam mana ni?
Well, I think we are waiting, and I say thank you very much for inviting us to this show. And I think alongside with me is also my colleague from Johor and Malacca, Daniel. I think Daniel's also on the show. So thanks very much for calling us in, and good to see all the good efforts that you're doing on the virtual space. I think a lot has been transitioned into this digital space since the movement control order, and I think good efforts have been done by yourself and your school. So great work. Keep it up.
Thank you. We also thank you for being here. So so many questions coming in, Mr. Ujin. They ask, they want to know specifically about exams so that they can get certifications for the talent that they have, for the learning that they already done at ZMW Music School or out there. And then they want to also know about number two, they want to also know about Trinity establishment itself, about the school in London itself. They want to be, you know, at least near to the certification body that they are having. And then number three, they want to know about you.
Okay.
Please,
right. We'll try my best to see what we can do. So firstly, let me introduce Trinity very quickly to you all. Let me share this screen and see. Let me see if I can share this particular screen. Just 1 second. Let me share window. Okay. So are you able to see my slide deck at the moment? Right. Okay. Are you able to see my deck at this moment of time? Sorry, I'm not picking up audio at the moment. Yep, is it okay?
Yep.
Great. So just a quick one. Trinity is basically our first external music exam board in the world, actually founded in 1877. And as you can see, this is our conservatoire in the UK. We have several sites. This is the oldest one, King's Charles Court in Greenwich. It's actually, the site itself dates back even older than Trinity, into the 1500s. In contrast, this is our Trinity College London exam board itself, the management exam office. You can see a totally different building. It's totally glass and modern. And you can see from the left-hand side of the pictures, these are the assessments that we cover. So we do exams and assessments in music, all types of music, classical as well as rock and pop. And we also do exams in drama and speech and exams in English language as well. So these are the assessments that are covered across the activity of Trinity College London. Just a quick one. So that essentially gives you a quick overview as to what we do as an assessment body itself. Yeah, so that sort of basically explains, and more importantly now, as we move into the digital space, as I said, due to the pandemic, what we also now have, the latest we have is now called the digital grades and diplomas. So this is an exam where you can video yourself performing, just as like the performance did just now, and submit that video to be assessed. Yeah. So just to explain to all the parents and teachers that are around, so this enables them, membolehkan mereka, to continue with the lesson learning even during this pandemic time. Yeah. So membolehkan mereka teruskan landasan pembelajaran dalam masa wabak. Bukan saja sebelum COVID, but in these times as well. So these are the opportunities we have available for the young performers, even while you're staying at home. Membolehkan mereka mendapat, the experience of learning as well.
Yeah.
So that's what we're trying to do.
And Mr. Ujin, that is great. Many people wants to know about that establishment, and they already know. But they also want to know how many students so far from Malaysia has been getting this international certification.
Well, how to give you a count? We're actually celebrating 100 years this year. So you can imagine, I would have thought if we want to calculate from the time we started until now, we'd be well over 1 million. You would have, we are celebrating 100 years this year in Malaysia. So it's a very long heritage already. I think it's more important to be focused on the fact that what opportunities we can provide to our younger generation now. And there are essentially a lot of centers, schools, teachers that are obviously taking up these assessments. These are, can I emphasize, these are international certifications, sijil antarabangsa. So wherever you take the exam, it has got recognition in 70 different countries. And kalau you pass, it means you have got an international standard of performance. Bukan saja jago kampung, tapi jago antarabangsa. Then that's very important for all of us as we move into a globalized situation now. You are streaming this online. People as far as Europe, US, anywhere can view what we are saying. And we do have to have a perspective of globalization. So
Yeah,
I
true.
think this is important.
True, because some of them out there, they are very talented. They can play, really good at music instruments and even vocal, something like that. But sometimes they feel that they're aware, but maybe at this time they feel that certification is not as important as talent. But we always tell them also that talent will always be in you, because that's you. You learn, and then it's in your body, it's in your soul. But certification is for, for you to go so much further. And then with certification, you can, even create job for yourself, or, you can teach using certification. What else can we do with the certification, Mr. Ujin?
The certification basically enables you to even enter universities using the points collected for certain grades. It enables you to also have what you call an understanding of the learning process. You see, people sometimes think, so you learn music. That's good. You learn, you mind, you play. But how the point do you actually understand what is skill learning? The graded exam system that Trinity invented over 100 years, 50 years ago, basically gives you a starting point. You can start from very simple understanding of learning a simple piece, get that graded, and then move on. A bit more difficult, and get that graded. So macam you makan satu cake, takkan makan one whole cake at one go. The graded exams give you being able to eat the cake slowly. But more importantly, and what is unique with Trinity is, kita tidak saja ada ujian untuk classical music. We have ujian also for rock and pop music. We have ujian untuk drama, untuk communication skills, and everything. So you have the opportunity coming into persijilan for our exam board. That certification is across the whole performing arts. And more importantly, we are talking about the emphasis on communication and performance. So it's not just, and it's also importantly, the other thing is, what is special about Trinity is we allow for flexibility. You can sing and perform what you want to do. And flexibility and personalization is a very 21st century thing. All of us are holding the same phone. I am holding a Huawei, but your Huawei and my Huawei will have a different skin, right? Different front. That's personalization. An exam shouldn't be, you have to just follow this way or you have to follow that way. It's personalized to how you can make the best of your exam.
Yes, and then Mr. Ujin, you should see ZMW Music School students. They are so talented. And then our CEO has been teaching, our CEO is a teacher also, and then we have a lot of our other teachers also been teaching them, and then they are very quick learners. So we've been thinking that if we don't introduce them to exams and then get international recognition, I think it will be not a waste, but a pity, because the talent is there. And then we want all our students, and actually not just ZMW Music School students, any students out there, any kids, any adults out there who are, naturally talented and always be, seeking music education, music learning, take exams, and then, get that certificate. And when we get that certificate, show it on your wall, and then it's your achievement, it's your skill achievement. I think it will be great for, for kids out there, especially in Malaysia. We see the trends out there, in other countries, US, UK, or Europe, and everywhere actually, they have been into this skill. Even Malaysia, they are now into TVET, right? Because vocational, not just about academic, it's also about sports and arts and music. So if you have that talent in the non-academic field, if academic can give you certification in that field, why not having certification in your field, which is arts and music, right?
All right. Well, I think if you all can permit me, I think we have a very short 90 seconds video that also gives feedback from teachers about our digital exams. If your tech side could just share that video with the audio available, it's just 90 seconds to just give a feedback in the market, how people take to the digital exams.
So it's possible, not just have to fly to London, yeah? Or not just London examiners fly to Malaysia.
And that is the other unique point. As we said, flexibility. Trinity has got Malaysian-based examiners that normally go overseas. They don't examine locally. But now, because borders are closed, we also deliver exams locally for face-to-face. So you have a choice. And that's always the cornerstone of our assessments, choice in the 21st century. You want digital, you want face-to-face, you want to do Mozart or Michael Jackson, it's up to you. So that full choice is available to any student. And that's what's unique about Trinity, the fact that we have classical and we have rock and pop.
Okay, let's hear that 90-second video.
It was extremely easy.
It's just a perfect platform.
They actually had a very pleasant introduction.
This digital is just a perfect platform. You do your video, you submit, you get certified certificates as well. Next year we'll be moving on.
Very, very good. I actually prefer it, because it allows the child to choose the time for first time introduction to taking piano exams, and they have no problems doing it again.
Students can prepare and can record their performance over and over again until perfect. Yeah, please take this opportunity. It's very good.
A phone and a piano is all I need for the recording.
现在录考试的我们是用电话嘛，因为电话的那个 camera quality 比较好，对。
Actually, it was quite a seamless process. It was extremely easy because the students just recorded themselves singing at home. At that time, I think we also had some piano students. So they recorded themselves at home and then we just submit it.
Try the digital exams as well. They're not as difficult as we once thought that they were.
So there's just some organic feedback from teachers, genuine feedback as to what they think the exam's all about.
That is great. I think that's great. And like you said, there are choices, there are options. So tak kira lah kita duduk di bandar ke, di kampung ke, di tepi pantai like this ke kan. We can take exams and record it so many times. So that's great. Okay, now they are, you know, they already know about the establishment. Of course, they can Google, but then tak best lah, tak feel. They want to hear from you. So they already know about the establishment, more than, you know, hundreds years of prestigious college, and then now they know about the exams. But they also want to know, Mr. Ujin, personally, you are involved in many music programs, right? And then to so many children, even to special needs students?
Yes, what we do is we celebrate performance, and that's a very important thing. So if I can just continue to share screen, just to show you as well, apart from just the exams, what we do is we celebrate the achievement of children. As you can see, these are all our award winners, high scorers that we have. And instead of in this pandemic time, so we can't give actual prize giving ceremony. So we do it online. They take pictures of themselves and they share on social media. So as you can see, we do celebrate their activities and what they do. And importantly, we also do performances for special needs children. And as you can see, we actually do have another video. I don't know whether you would like to share that, but it relates to the activity, how we try to give opportunity to special needs children, those who are either blind or they're autistic or Down syndrome, and they have a chance to perform and, you know, share their performances. We also have, this was a highlights reel we did. It was called Music for All. This is now our 4th year of doing it. So the opportunity of performance, we try to be what you call the charity side of Trinity. It's not just about even just a piece of paper. It's the opportunity that anyone can do music.
And you yourself, Mr. Ujin, you're a pianist?
Yes, I'm a pianist. I play the clarinet, and I suppose I could play the drum just to save my life, but that's about it.
Thank you so much. You've been busy, you know, helping the special needs children, and then with your own job, and, you know, doing charity, your own job. And then you yourself is a, you know, a musician. How do you do it all?
I think, well, I think all of us try our best to do what we can. It's never easy, especially in the pandemic times when we have to work between home, and then, you know, you got to work out your home schedules, and then, you know, of course, for people like ourselves, you know, working with the UK, then the time frames are different. We take inspiration from people like yourselves. That's what gets us going. Because when we see that the efforts that you all do in teaching the young children, then as an exam board, we have to support what you all do. Because that's how we embrace the whole network of learning and teaching together. So if you ask me, how do we put together? It's from actually seeing people like yourselves doing all these efforts. That gives us the inspiration to move.
Yeah, that's nice to hear, because yes, Mr. Ujin, we have so many programs like you also have at our small music school, because we teach both classical or modern music and also traditional music. So we never want to forget about Malaysian traditional music heritage. We also have programs like that. Like last week we have a program about Nazam, which is the traditional arts of poem or singing poem. So so many online registrants, around 139. That means that our students have variety of options. They can do, like you said, rock, rock stars, and classical, and anything they like, and also traditional. That's what ZMW Music School provides. So if they want to have certification with Trinity, they can go to you. And then if they want to learn traditional music, they can do it with us in KKKN and Ministry of Culture and Tourism that is collaborating with us. So I think, like you said, we are trying to do as many things as we like. Like tu penting. Kalau tak like kan, tak nak bangun pagi-pagi, or spend our weekend on online shows like this. So Mr. Ujin, thank you so much for being with us, and for your advice, and for your information, and for your sharing. I hope we can see you again, and next time maybe you perform Tunjuk Bakat.
Well, I think the thing is that with all of us, even in a management field, we are playing the wrong keyboard, if you know what I mean. I'm typing a keyboard instead of playing a keyboard anymore. We will try our best to see what we can do. I think it'd be better for us to showcase some of our candidates who are top candidates in Malacca or something, that you all can sort of see the end result to some of that, rather than seeing an old uncle like myself playing. So, but again, please keep up the good work. The good work you're all doing is really the ones that really, you are the inspiration to us, rather than we are to you. You are the inspiration. All you and your students, and the work that you all are doing. It really is something that's fantastic. Please keep it going.
Thank you, Mr. Eugene. We will see you again. Okay, everyone out there. Happy, double happy, triple happy, because now you know about exams. Then you have something to look forward to.